welcome back to another edition of the John Wayne Surge Protector Podcast, 6040 production. I'm Eric Halsey.
I'm Alex Midway, and today we pour a little alcohol for the old Ozzy himself. He passed finally.
Yeah, just a few hours ago, right before recording, we got the news. Ozzy Osbourne has passed, and I will say, while it's sad to see him go, I'm glad he got that final concert in.
Yeah, I had no idea he was even having that one. Like, I just started seeing it on Twitter, and was that Ozzy calling from the other side?
Yeah, that is Ozzy from Into the Void.
Reference 1. Yeah, so that kind of it sucks. I mean, he's been kind of slowly declining for years, and the only bright side to this is Death's usually come in 3, and there's another person that's on Death's door as well. So one can only hope.
We're not that lucky. We're not going to get it.
I mean, President J.D. Vance, I don't know which one's worse. Yeah.
That's a tough pick. That's one of those Sophie's choices of which one's going to be more miserable.
I mean, maybe it's 2 and 3 is right there.
I will say, how many times, if you had to guess, how many times have you heard Crazy Train?
Oh, quite a few. A lot.
Lifetime. A million times, right?
Yeah.
Never actually, honestly took a look at the lyrics until we were at a show where somebody covered it very slowly, and I actually heard the words, for the first time. Love the song. What great lyrics. I never gave it credit for, because it's just that strong guitar riff.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I kind of zoomed out on this one, and I was looking at what happens if President J.D. Vance goes, and you know who takes over?
Mike Johnson.
That's the one.
Yeah, like I said, real Sophie's choice here.
So we got, let's see, what about number 4? Are we getting any lucky with him? Senator Grassley, and after him, it's Marco Rubio. Oh, number 6 is Hexef. That might be a fun 4 years.
I don't know how. I mean, great for podcast content, I guess. But Holy hell, could you imagine? Drink.
Never gonna have prohibition. I'll tell you that much.
Yikes.
So,
well, it's I feel like we lost Ozzy when there were so many others to choose from. So there is no God.
Yeah, but good always die young. It's wild, and this is definitely a case of it.
Yeah, one call him young, but that there were others that could have gone in his place.
Well, Keith Richards is still winning that Deadpool so far. That man is trucking along. He probably has another tour coming out.
Yeah, Ozzy. I feel like everybody who brought up Ozzy today, Keith Richards was immediately the next one up.
And I bet you he outlives us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Him and my insanely old dog that just refused to give up.
Can we rename
Heaven and Hell?
Yeah.
What else is going on in the world?
Oh, I guess we're not renaming your dog to Keith.
No.
Well, we're gonna go back to the old Tesla ticker. It was 319 last time. It's gone 332, and it makes zero sense. I mean, sales for Tesla are down. Full self-driving still not out. But apparently Papa Musk tweeted that he's back to sleeping underneath his desk at Tesla. And I don't know if the problem is when he's sleeping underneath the desk. I think it's when he gets out of it from underneath the desk and starts talking.
Yeah. I don't I remember, that whole story about him setting up camps and stuff to get Tesla up and moving and all that good stuff. It's when he opens his mouth is when the issues come up. Oh, he keeps bringing back that Epstein list and the pedophile. So I don't even want to root against the guy at this point till we get some clarity on that.
He does have some good sides to him. And the whole camp thing is when he was at Tesla with Model 3, it was before he was supposed to, what's it called? Well, it's the reason he's going to get that giant payout, and he did, is because he kind of bet on himself on that one. And I will give credit where credit's due. The guy definitely accomplished things that nobody said were accomplishable. And then he just decided to burn it all down to the ground and start going full racist.
Yeah, then the wizard over there was like, "No, they've done all this goodwill. Let's get the other side of the game. Let's get the yang moving too."
It's like, what's it called? It's all these people who are on the Disney channels and in the world are like, no, man, now I'm a grown adult. I want to be a bad guy. Like, what's it? JoJo Siwa was one of them. Miley Cyrus. We all went through that phase.
Yeah, Siwa famously invented being a lesbian like last year.
No, is that when it first came out?
I'm edgy.
Yeah. Like, it's 2024, homie. That ain't edgy anymore.
Yeah, but you know what? I guess you got to break out of that shell and try and get new viewers. So, good for you. Try anything that works. Nothing bad can happen. Ask Elon.
Yeah, I too am a lesbian, so tune in. We're edgy now. But Elon is he's going back to the well. He's doing innovation again, and honestly, he's still got it. So they opened up a Tesla supercharger / diner spot in LA, and which is amazing. As much as these guys keep poo-pooing on LA, they just keep coming back to the well. Because, I don't know, something about Texas ain't exactly happening there too much. But they opened it up, and it's kind of neat. And in the fact that the number one complaint about electric cars is that it takes a while to charge them. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes. And unless you got IBS on a long trip, you're not spending that much time in a gas station filling up your car. So he's got 45-foot screens there, and I cannot wait till they get hacked and someone just plays the whole thing about Trump eating the Epstein list like I've been seeing all over Twitter.
Yeah, and this is a good idea. I'm going to start off positive. This is a great idea. I've had this thought before where why doesn't anybody open up a small bar inside a laundromat? You're stuck there with nothing to do other than watch, spin cycle. Might as well get some overpriced beers.
Your answer is because most people just bring in beers when they go to a laundromat.
That is true.
You're not exactly ordering a $16 Mai Tai if you're pumping quarters in to wash your undies.
Disagree. If you show up without any pocket beers on you, and they're like, you're going to sit here with nothing to do for the next hour and a half, I will 100% pay $20 for a Miller Lite.
Let me tell you about zoning. Anytime there's a laundromat, there's a bail bondsman at a liquor store not too far away. So even if you show up empty-handed, you're taken care of, buddy.
Well, regardless, I do like this idea, but I'm going to call a little stolen valor. I think he's only doing this because of the super popularity of Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's is amazing.
It sounds like he created a Buc-ee's to put next to Tesla chargers.
It is kind of like a fancy Buc-ee's. It's got, what's it called? It's got some tchotchkes for sale in there. One of the things, have you taken a look at it?
No, I have not looked at the diner itself.
Okay. I'll leave show notes on it because it opened up yesterday. He's got Optimus, the little robot in there, serving you popcorn, just like scooping it up there. I'm sure that thing's going to go wild one day and just start tossing out hard R's as well. But it's got some neat little things. Like the people who are out there on roller skates, and if you believe in stolen valor, that's stolen valor from Sonic. It's kind of awesome if you actually pull up there in your Tesla. The fact that you don't have to get out and have people throw rocks at you. You can just order all your food on the app because a little app pops up. You can also tie into what the screens are playing and play that from the inside. And the way that the food is delivered in like a little tiny container, and it's shaped like a Cybertruck. I'm not going to lie. When it's compact like that and it's square, it actually looks kind of cute instead of a D-bag car. Like, it's kind of awesome. Like, it opens up like a clamshell, and it's a little Cybertruck case to it. So, I don't know. It's got a couple good things going for it.
Is that like how now whenever a big movie comes out, there's their own special popcorn container? Is
like
it like
a Dune bucket? Yes.
Like the Wolverine Deadpool one?
Uh-huh. Samesies. I mean, so instead of like putting anything like Tesla or release the Epstein list, that would have been a much better box if he had done that one. He would have got even more subsidies cut from him. But yeah, it's a little tiny Cybertruck.
So it's not like these are all like brand new original ideas with slight changes in them. It's stolen valor across the board. That's what it sounds like.
But it's got a robot. So
I can't wait to order popcorn from Mecha Hitler.
God help you if you walk in there for Yamaka and the robot sees it. You're donezo. But the downside is Tesla's not exactly like a fast food joint. This isn't Ray Kroc over here. So it keeps going up. It keeps going up. And I don't get it because Tesla's earnings are going to be released on Wednesday. And most people are saying they're going to be down. But global vehicle sales that we know of fell down 13% in quarter two. And in stock terms, that's huge. And they're also saying that the earnings per share is also going to go down to the tune of 39%. It's going to drop. Now, do you know what earnings per share, or EPS as the finance bros call it, is?
I do not. Please explain.
Some stocks you buy because you want to just ride the wave as they gain more money. And then, like, let's say you buy a stock in, I don't know, Five Guys. And Five Guys doesn't pay you, doesn't have EPS. So Five Guys, you only earn money when that stock increases. Whereas in Tesla, it's considered a dividend stock, an EPS, earnings per share. So every quarter, if they are profitable, they will pay you a certain amount in addition to the stock going up. So back in 2020, that was the first year the EPS for Tesla became profitable, and that year is 21 cents. 2021, it's $1.63. So on top of it growing exponentially, because it grew a lot from 2020 to now and then back down, and who knows where it's going. But you're kind of getting these little small kickbacks per share. 2022 was $3.62. 2023, it hit a real high of about $4.30. So on top of your stock, again, you get the almost $5 per share. And then 2024, it's gone down to $2.04. And now it's going to go back down again. So it's kind of a bell curve.
Well, can you think of anything that happened in 2024 that would make that company less profitable?
Yes. Elon opened his mouth.
Fair.
So that was the downside there. But Elon's also come out and, again, hardworking Italian Americans running the stock market wouldn't have an issue. These nerds are out there just speculating. That I have a problem with. Like, just left at Tesla Design Studio. Most epic demo ever by the end of the year. Ever. And people like, well, apparently we're just going to go to the moon. And it's the same thing as everyone promised you, just a giant release and everything else. And then all we get is a Segway instead of flying cars. This is going to be the same thing.
Yeah, so if I'm following along, it doesn't make sense that the price there is the stock's going back up with nothing. Like, from all the information you've said, this looks like this should be some sort of electric funeral that this thing's on its way down to. So is something happening? Like, is there a way to rig this system to make stocks go up like this? I don't understand.
Yeah, and it's wild. Like, I'm reading more on this one. So there's another thing. And some people are saying they're bullish because they released the robo-taxi. Like, well, congratulations. They're like, yeah, FSD might be done by the end of 2025. Like, cool. I guess you haven't paid attention the past 10 years where every year he comes out and says, FSD is right around the corner. And then another guy's like, hey, man, because Donald Trump is cutting a lot of EV incentives. And one guy's like, it's not as bad as you think. We frequently receive questions about Tesla's regulatory credits, and for good reason. The company really received $3.5 billion in incentives last year on the fiscal year. And like, while it's true that the U.S. government is committed to rescinding financial support for EVs and battery industries, Tesla will still book around $3 billion of credits this year. We have more on that one a little bit later on, but it ain't going to be $3 billion in free cash that they're getting. A lot of this stuff's going away. Less people are buying a car, and more people are catching up to Tesla's technology, and stock just keeps going up. Makes no sense.
Well, the other thing is, if they're killing off the subsidies, right? Mm-hmm. That means the whole like Energon Cube credit system that makes Tesla profitable because they can sell their pollution credits to other places at whatever price they want. That's definitely going away too.
So that's going away, and Tesla also has a Tesla roof, which is EV, like it's photovoltaic panels that look like kind of pieces of slate, and it's a pretty good concept. I personally thought it was overpriced, but some people who are Tesla fanboys were buying that as well. And there was heavy subsidies in the photovoltaic market, and that's going away. And having that as a part of revenue for Tesla, like all these things are happening. It's not good, but they're like, well, he opened up the supercharger diner, and surprise, surprise, it opened up at 420. And he also drew a penis on his robo-taxi thing in Texas. Like, so let's bump his stock up 10%. Like, it makes no sense.
See, now, and it's weird because this is that two-tiered system. I've made both those jokes in high school and got in trouble for them, whereas we just give the guy billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Why is it vandalism when I do it?
There's two different sets of laws in this country, if you haven't heard.
Should have worn that second hat, I tell you.
So, yikes. Disregard the numbers and just don't worry about the public sentiment, and just understand that some rich guy's underneath his desk and, jack up a price and let's all get rich.
Is there... I'm not a stock market guy. Is there a way to bank and profit off of Tesla's downfall?
Yes.
Other than like assuming, one of the other EV companies is going to take over?
That is called shorting a stock, when you're essentially betting that a stock price will go down. So you can essentially bet that the price is going to go down. And that was one of the things that people were betting on and keeping Elon underneath his desk when he built that tent city to get the Model 3 out. Shorting a stock is when a lot more people keep betting and betting. And again, since nerds run the stock market, they look at this as market sentiment, and they keep downgrading the stock to lower and lower, meaning the stock is worth less and less, hurting Elon, and paying off to the people who are making money by shorting the stock. And then more people hear about it, so more people start shorting the stock. It's kind of like the reverse game stonk.
Okay. Am I too poor to get in on this?
You can buy small fractions of stocks. I don't know if Robinhood does shorting, but you can always double check. I'm pretty sure they'll take your money regardless.
Can we blank out the name you just said until they start advertising here?
Yeah. Come back to us. We're
Radio
almost in
edit.
double digits, so come talk to us.
Done and done.
So let's turn it over to Ukraine and get some good news.
What are the war pigs up to now?
Ukraine has sent over a new proposition to hold another round of peace talks to Russia next month. In a surprising turn of events, there's been no response from Russia.
Huh. It's like the fairies with boots went all snowblind on us, huh?
Yeah. The only response most fairies have been doing is bombing. And I don't know if that's a response or we're supposed to be construed as, no, we're not having peace talks when you go out and bomb a supermarket. But that's been the only thing.
Well, I mean, it seems like we're right around the corner from peace, is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. So, what is it, 40-some days now? Oh, congratulations, everybody. We are past the first 6 months of this current presidency. Not saying it's going to end here, but we're so far 6 months into it.
This feels like when like everybody aged insanely in like the first 6 months of COVID.
Uh-huh.
This feels the same type of exhaustion.
I mean, on the bright side,
I could just be paranoid, but that's the way it feels.
Hey.
And that's 10.
On the bright side, we won't need our Medicare if we all die from stress.
Yeah. Win-win.
There we go. But Italy's royal palace of Caserta has announced it canceled a concert by Russian maestro Valery Gergiev. And I'm going to butcher it on purpose because F that man. A vocal backer of Vladimir Putin after an uproar from politicians and Kremlin critics. And honestly, I read some stuff on this one, and I kind of didn't get it. Like, they called him like a vocal backer. Like, yeah, man, like the guy lives in Russia. It's the same. Well, it's kind of like Ovechkin. Ovechkin's kind of the most famous Russian in America, and he campaigned for Putin in 2017. I don't know why he did that. Like, it's not like the man needs help for elections. He's rigging the freaking thing, but whatever. He came out and was like, oh, Team Putin. And he also, like, his Instagram photo is him and Putin hanging out. And he hasn't condoned anything, but he also hasn't said, like, let's kill more Ukrainians. Like, and it's the same thing with this guy. He just never condoned the invasion of Ukraine. And again, if you have relatives still living in a country where that man is president, the last thing you want to do is talk trash about him, because your parents are going to find their way in an elevator shaft.
All right, so he's not like actively voicing out like, yeah, absolutely, let's crush all of Ukraine. He's not like their Kid Rock.
No, he's not out there shooting a Ukrainian beer and be like, oh, let's get more of them. Like, he's not. He's just like, listen. He's like, I'm not going to condemn it. And does he support it? Does he not? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, man. But I get it. I don't know if that's enough reason to cancel the guy, but I don't know. If you still have family in there, I'm kind of conflicted on that one.
Yeah, I get it. It makes sense. Easy to condemn and point fingers when you're out of striking distance.
Yeah. It's like
now, if he was the other way around, where he's slamming the table and like, yeah, it's our sovereign. This was our ancient, whatever. Then all right, a little bit different. Now I feel like you're out of the neutral zone and pointing a different way. But yeah, no, I get it. It's not like he's Kid Rock.
On the other end, Moscow's ambassador to Italy called it a scandalous situation that was part of Western politicians' policy of canceling Russian culture. Like, dude, when you're out there canceling human beings and some dude can't perform in Italy, like, that's not a 1 and a 1A. That's not the same things to compare. Like, you're waging a freaking war and some of your composers can't play Tchaikovsky in Italy and other parts of Western Europe. Like, yeah, no, that seems like a reasonable response.
And on counterpoint, I do see how bombing a grocery store at 5 p.m. on a Tuesday is similar to not letting some Russians sing in Italy. Yeah. But yeah, there is a slight difference there.
Yeah. Did you, speaking of cancel culture, did you see, what's it called? I forgot what his name is. He's an Indian fella. But he had this little round table with a bunch of far-right guys.
Yes, I did.
Did you see the one guy who's, like, all in on being a Nazi? Like, yeah. I support, like, the propaganda. He's like, I have been fired from my job for my political views. Like, please give me monies.
Did you see he's already up to, like, almost 12 grand?
I mean, 12 grand ain't gonna last too far. But, yeah, if we learned anything from a one lady dropping hard R's on a playground, like, she got, I think it was like 100-some grand for that.
All for calling a 4-year-old kid the N-word.
Yeah.
Honestly, and while I hate what the administration's doing and how they're going after all these deplorables and whatnot, Newsom 2028, I hope he goes through the GoFundMe and just starts deporting anybody who gave to this lady.
I mean, by then, we're going to have no constitutional rights whatsoever. Everything's getting monitored, so it should be pretty easy to bring up in the records.
Yikes. Yeah, can't see Palantir scrubbing that out of our brains.
So, yeah, Palantir's already watching anything. Oh, there's new developments on that one, but that's for another episode. Today, we're going to talk about how our boy, the mighty president, is doing every possible thing he can to not talk about the Jeffrey Epstein list. Like, back in the day when he wasn't president, or some people will contest that he's always been president and Biden's in Guantanamo, military's in control. But back when he wasn't, he was like, you shouldn't be telling teams about changing their names, yada, yada, yada. And now he's like, the Washington Commanders need to change their name back to the Redskins. Like, we're a different country than we were 3 to 4 years ago. Like, 100% we are, buddy, but not in a very good way.
Yeah, I dug this old tweet up before he got kicked off Twitter. October 8th, 2013, that was Obama. Quote, President should not be telling the Washington Redskins to change their name. Our country has far bigger problems.
Yeah.
Focus, all caps, on them, not nonsense. And fast forward 15 years, 12 years later, and here we are.
Focus on them, not the other nonsense.
Now the psycho is going to try and block a stadium deal until they revert it back to Redskins because we have nothing else going on.
Yeah, it's wild. So, if you don't know about the Washington Commanders, back in 2020, well, up until 2020, they were Washington Redskins. They changed it to the Washington football team. I don't know if it was in protest or not. Honestly, I kind of like Washington football team.
Agreed.
No one else is taking it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. So, but then, and this again, they first had an online poll or something, and they listed 4 different names that people can pick from. So they weren't going to make the mistake of Bodie McBoatface and let people write things in. But they did make the mistake that the Dallas Cowboys did when they didn't re-register DallasCowboys.com and became a gay dating site. When they put out the 4 different options for the new football team, they didn't register any of those websites, and someone scooped them up. So at the end of the day, Washington Commanders, I don't think was on that list, and they went with the Washington Commanders because that website was still open.
Yeah, it was some lawyer in Bethesda, I believe, was the one who scooped up every one of those names.
Yes, of course.
And honestly, great for him. Great forward thinking.
I have no problems with rich people screwing other rich people. I think there should be more of it. Let's keep it rolling. Stop screwing us. We can barely stand up and walk to work.
Yeah, especially when it was Dan Snyder.
Yeah. Stories on that guy. But it's when they changed the name, it was kind of like when everybody stopped the smoking thing in bars. There were your hardcores who just wanted to smoke their brains out everywhere. But even I was smoking back then, and they stopped it. And first I'm like, F this place, this is communism because I hate everything. And then I walked into a bar, I'm like, huh. I was like, well, I'm not going to have nearly as bad of the beer goggles at the end of the night because I can see through the fog. And I'm not coughing every freaking time. So, again, changing your name, that's fine. Who cares?
Counterpoint, as a smoker at that time, that was 100% me.
You're one of the old man yells at cloud?
Oh, yeah. I was like, first you're segregating half this restaurant to smoking. How am I supposed to enjoy these pancakes without my Camel Unfiltered going? Now you're taking bars away from me?
I think what got me on it was we were doing a road trip, I think, to the South. And this is one of those progressive areas of the South, but still had those old traditions going. So we walk in and all 3 of us are smokers. And we go to a smoking booth. They're like, yeah, we have a smoking booth. And it's essentially kind of like a zoo cage. It's all closed in there. The fans usually don't work. So all the smoke just hangs out in there. And we sit down. We're in our, early 20s. And we just light up our cigarettes this is going to be great. I love eating burgers and smoking cigarettes because that sounds like a great time. And this family, mom, dad, and a 6-year-old walk in. And we're like, ugh. Well, they're on the other side of a restaurant. And then they lit up. And I'm like, dude, I can't do this. I'm like, that kid's just getting roughhoused. And he's probably getting beaten at home. But here I'm going to at least put out my cigarette. That made me feel bad about smoking.
Yeah, no, it's hindsight looking back. It was a great idea. It's not hard to walk outside and then come back 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
I will say once I did quit smoking, I did not go outside for 2 years. I was unless I absolutely had to.
That's because you weren't allowed. That's where all the cool kids are. Freaking nerd.
What do you mean go outside? I don't smoke anymore. I'm like, no, there's other things you can do out there. You done that to me. Yeah, there's other things we can do outside. I was like, nah, hard pass.
I clean air just for polluting. So going back to this one, it's so they transfer everything over and yada yada. Life is good. And what I did not know is Robert F. Kennedy Field in Washington was actually federal land. And back in February of last year, the House actually passed something 348 to 55 to transfer it over to D.C. Before they had that vote, there was another guy who was holding up a whole thing, and he was upset that they weren't using the logo. And this dude is from Montana, affecting DC sports teams, which kind of threw me off a little bit.
It's yeah, it's all those people in Kentucky complaining about the evils of California. I'm like, buddy, you've never met anyone from here. It's not. This doesn't affect you. Just stay in your lane and keep talking about how we need to make coal great again.
Like, what's the one thing I brought up is, like, I saw on Twitter a while back, is like, I'm a roofer from like Tennessee, and what's happening in New York is really affecting me a lot, and I need to speak out on it. Like, dude, shut up. Like, this doesn't affect you.
I have a bunch of opinions about Mamdani and and being here in rural Arkansas. I feel like these are pretty valid comments everybody should listen to.
Like, none of this affects me in no way whatsoever. I'm getting kicked out of my trailer, and I probably should be at work instead of just on Twitter talking about this. But here I am. People want to listen to me. Like, not everyone should have internet access. Let's take that away.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone's getting kicked off Medicaid. I'm assuming this won't affect my government draw check.
Keep your government hands off my Medicaid. It was one of the best signs I ever saw.
Yeah.
But pivoting back, when I actually started reading more about this one, it made a little bit of sense. Because the original logo that they had was made by someone out of the actual Blackfoot tribe. And that tribe is from Montana. For the longest time, the Redskins actually just had that R. And then back in the 1970s, they talked to somebody from that tribe. It was Walter, and his nickname was Blackie Wetzel. So last year, under the new ownership as well, like the Commanders actually invited people from the family over to show them that they did a tribute to it. And people like Ryan Wetzel, who's a personal representative of the estate of Blackie, he said, listen, man, we were never angry about the logo. Like, the logo paid homage. Like, it was cool. It's like, it's the whole thing about the name we weren't keen on. And I will give the Commanders like credit. Like, it's located on a club level, and if I ever go to a Commanders game, I'll go take a look at it, and it's kind of neat. Like, it was someone from the tribe. The picture that he drew represented someone that he knew, so they never had issues with the actual logo.
Yeah, I will. I'm also interested in seeing this, and as soon as they move that stadium and to a better one, I'm more than happy to check it out, because I'm not going to FedEx where with the 80% chance of standing in poop soup.
It's just getting in, getting out. It's just insane, too.
It's gross. Everything about it.
So, yeah. But speaking of what the president's doing, he's out there talking about if they don't change back their name, he's going to block the stadium deal. Because currently the Commanders, Northwest Field is located in Maryland. And when you're called the Washington Commanders, well, it's kind of like the New Jersey Giants and New Jersey Jets. Kind of that deal. And they're trying to move it back to Robert F. Kennedy Field, and Trump said he's going to block it. So the question is, can Trump do it? And barring a congenital heart failure and speeding up the entire process, I'm pretty sure he can. But the actual line on this is, the District of Columbia Home Rule Act, signed by President Richard Nixon in 1973, gave a local city governance, including an elected mayor and city council. However, Congress can still review all legislation passed by D.C. Council and retains authority over the district budget. So, D.C. stands for District of Columbia. It's not really a state. It's kind of overseen by government. They have their own representatives and everything else, but government, as you can see, kind of runs the whole joint. And if you think Congress is independent, another branch of the government, you're an idiot, because they just slash Medicare, SNAP, and all kinds of things, and they will lockstep whatever Orange Daddy tells them to do.
Yeah. Washington, D.C.'s license plate, little slogan at the bottom is, how does it go? Without representation.
Taxation without representation.
Yeah, there you go. So essentially, DC, while it is its own little entity there, it's kind of like as a parent when you let your child make their own decision.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, they're like, yeah, I want to do this. You're like, okay, go ahead. I'm going to stand over top of you this whole time, and then once you eventually stick that penny in the electrical socket, I'm going to take over from here.
you have the illusion
paying
of
your taxes.
Yeah. So we are running a tad bit late, but one thing, we always try to get a little positive in this world, and if you're feeling down, just understand that Ted Lasso just started filming this week.
Just today, I saw a quick little, I don't even know if you'd call it a commercial, but it's Ted, Rebecca, looks like Keeley, and I'm not sure who the fourth person was sitting at a booth in what had to have been America, because I don't think I've ever seen a circular booth in a foreign country before.
Well, you, sir, you're right. It is in America, and it is in a place you never visited because it is taped in Kansas City.
Nope, won't be going there. You can, if the NSA is trying to hunt us down, you can cross out Missouri.
Yeah. If you are hunting us down, I'm in Missouri.
Yeah.
That is the only place you should ever look. I am in Missouri.
Yeah. Unless, of course, my words are lies and this is all just an elaborate Kansas City shuffle.
So, I'm Alex Midway. Go whatever our local team down there is.
I'm Eric Halsey. And later, Gators.